The active straight leg raise we're going to cover in this video is a phenomenal exercise to work on mobility out of the hips, clear up any imbalances between the left and the right side, and it also really works on strengthening the hip flexors and getting some mobility out of the hamstrings. It's a great thing you can do either before your workout or you can incorporate it into your workout to continuously work on improving those imbalances that you may have between the left and the right side. So I'm going to show you the advanced version and then a couple of different regressions to work on if you're having any sort of restrictions. The first thing you're going to do to get set up is lay flat on your back and your palms are going to be faced up. This is to take you away from pushing into the ground and arching your back. So we want the back to be nice and neutral, almost kind of flat to the ground. Palms are up. We're going to straighten the legs, pull the toes towards the knees, contracting the quads a little bit so the legs are nice and straight. All we're going to do from here is slowly lower one leg to the ground, raise it on back up. You can continuously use the same leg over and over again, or you can alternate left and right. What you may notice is that as you do more and more reps, the leg that's staying up might actually come a little bit higher up towards your upper body. Continuously working, left and then right. Now the three things to check for are you arching your low back or having any achiness or stiffness back there? Are you able to keep your legs straight? And are you able to prevent your foot from turning out or inwards as you're lowering and raising it? Those are the three things. Now if you're feeling any of those things, you might need to take one step back and go into one regression back into this. So what you can do is keeping the one leg bent flat to the ground. This will help you prevent your low back from arching as you go down. You can raise the leg up, push through the heel, pull the toes back. And if this is as high as you can get your leg to keep the knee straight, that's as high as you can go. Lower it down to the ground, raise it on back up. As you start to build more strength and endurance out of this hip flexor and get more mobility out of the hamstring, you might be able to bring your leg higher and higher through that range of motion. Now just make sure you go slow and be aware of if you're turning your foot in or out. Okay, usually working on just the speed at which you're going will allow you to recognize and correct any of those differences that you have as you're going through. Now, if you have tightness in the hamstring and you just can't get your leg to come up high without feeling that intense stretch there, one thing you might have to do is just simply sit into that position and feel the stretch. And that's where our doorway comes in. So what you would do is the other knee comes down to the ground, other foot, leg comes up on the wall. And all you're going to work on doing is accommodate your body to wherever it needs to be so that you can get your knees straight. So if you have to move your body up a little bit, that's fine. We want to make sure the knee is straight, pulling the toes towards the knees, pushing through the heel, contracting the quads slightly. Doesn't have to be a tight contraction. You want to make sure the knee is straight. From here, you just want to breathe into it. Allow your body and your nervous system to calm down a little bit so that you're not fighting it so much. Once you're able to hold this for a little while, you feel like you have that strength, what I want you to do is begin to pull your foot off of the wall and take your weight off of your leg there off the wall. So you start to use that hip flexor muscle and slowly lower it back down. Pull it up off the wall, slowly lower it back down. So remember the keys here are pulling your toes towards your knees, pushing through the heel, then raise it up off the wall, slowly lower it back down. Again, like I said, if you need to move your body farther away, that's totally fine. Raise your leg up off the wall, come back down. If you feel like you want more of a stretch, you simply just bring your body down here, come down a little bit more, and you'll get a little bit more stretch out of the hamstring. Always use a tool that's available for you. And what's great is a doorway or putting your foot through the door is a great way to utilize what you already have available around in your house. So I hope that helps. That's the active straight leg raise or just straight leg raise. You can do this between your sets of your different workouts, before your workout, but it's a great way to clear up any asymmetries or differences between your left and your right side. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just feel free to send me a message.